Lara wakes up. Could the dream have been prophetic? She has prophetic dreams often. She's no longer surprised by them. She knows that they are sent by the powers that want to warn the herald of what the future holds for her. There were a lot of clues hinting at the veracity of the message. She does indeed know how to treat those in pain with her miraculous hands. She is indeed willing to ease their suffering. She truly strives to do the right thing. She loves her fellow beings. The girl is eager to do good deeds, even if that requires her to go through pain and hardships. Changeling wakes up at the edge of a pit in the ground. Sleep hasn't brought her comfort. Her back and legs ache as though she has walked many miles. Her hands are covered in mud. There are traces of dried blood on her bare knees. It's dark. The dawn is a few hours away.
Wonder if that's supposed to be Maria or Nina. Okay, so here we go, starting with the Changeling's Route. Why would they call me a thief, pray tell? What did I steal? Why does the law detest me so? The only thing I remember is that I am an outlaw, and will forever be persecuted. Was I really that good of a thief, I wonder? I have nothing of value, just myself and these rags I'm wearing. My crime is horrendous still, I am beyond redemption. Back in the day, every heart was open before me. Now, whatever door I approach is slammed in my face. This is terrifying. Where should I run? With whom shall I seek shelter? Shall I find what I stole and give it back? Who will agree to take it off my hands? Who will answer my questions, if not you? Okay. Day 1, in which the Changeling finally finds her sister, thus confirming the prophecy of the twin angels. Okay, you're a tutorial NPC still, right? Okay, yep. Tutorial and... we already know how to play the game. Okay, so are you Grace? Why are you so tall?
He is ruthless. That man with the snakeskin coat. He doesn't know compassion.
Surely you're not gonna hurt a poor caretaker's daughter, are you? I may be useful to you yet. If I die, who's going to look after the graves? You don't say so, my dear. Who do you take me for? You've got me mixed up with someone else, right?
Sleep is a second meal. I'll manage.
See, my lady has come to find out what the dead are saying about our fate. And what are they saying? They're saying they've already vacated 7 of the 9 corners of their house for the guests that are all due. All of the house's inhabitants are now crammed into the remaining 2 corners. Can you imagine the harvest that death is about to reap? Ooh, scary. I can picture vividly this house with the dead crowded in the corners, expecting the many guests. And my lady doesn't want to believe it. She says the future can be changed. This is her pity talking. Where did you come from? I thought you were going to stay at grandfather's. You only went there yesterday evening, after all. What are you talking about? Well, there was a girl, the spitting image of you. She came here just before you did. It wasn't dark yet. And then she went to grandfather. Have you seen her with your own eyes? Just like I'm seeing you now. It must have been my sister.
I need morphine.
I've come to this town looking for my sister. Yes, I'm looking for my sister. Something's telling me she's recently paid you a visit. Oh, this is Katerina. Yes, that's right. I've been waiting for you, Clara. We have many things to talk about. Ask me and I will answer. No, not in here. Listen, you need to go to my house. Report to my husband, the ruler Alexander. He'll take care of you. And I will be there later, when Grace and I are finished with our business. If I'm guessing who you are correctly, then we are all saved. Are you in danger? Yes, the bones say we are in a danger the likes of which have not been seen on this earth. Go to our house, Clara. If you are who we have been waiting for, you'll have no trouble getting there, and no one will threaten you on your way. Okay? So, does reputation not matter for the changeling? That'd be nice. Because it's low enough that they should be trying to kill me on sight. Oh, and I actually need to start looting, don't I? I had so much random crap in my inventory by the end of, I need to go that way. By the end of the Haruspex route that I had kind of started ignoring trash cans, so... Well, let's test it out. Are you hostile? Oh good, they're not gonna punch little girls. What a nice change of pace. I imagine shopkeepers probably won't sell to me, though. Actually, let's take stock of inventory. Got a couple lockpicks. Drapery. Oh. For entering a building. Used for moving around in infected areas in order to prevent accidental tactile contact. Single-use item, it's usually thrown away before entering a building. So I'm guessing... Got food and medicine and a bunch of random crap. I like it. I'm guessing maybe we use that to get through one building without being infected? Not sure, we can mess with that later. We get a whole day where we don't have to worry about hostile districts.
They're the kind signs compel Bachelor to destroy the murderer. They must be joking.
You are standing before Alexander Saburov, one of the rulers of this town. You must be Clara, I suppose. That's right. Have I done something to make you angry? My wife Katerina said you had not been seen at the cemetery. The late caretaker's daughter claims that you had crawled out of a fresh grave, the appearance of which could not be accounted for. Is this true? How do you know this? This just happened. How could she have possibly talked to you already?
I've got a firm hand.
Do you know that it's dangerous for you to even go out in the street? Are you aware that the powerful Kane family has put a bounty on your head? An envoy of theirs just left, and I promised them I'd help catch the criminal by all means possible. The criminal? The head of one of the ruling families died last night. His murderer is said to be a woman similar to you in appearance. The description largely matches. The common folk, blinded by local superstitions, are blaming a mystical creature spawned by the earth under mysterious circumstances at night. Is there anything you have to say to that, Clara? It wasn't me. Look into my eyes. Do you believe me? I don't know why, but for some reason I trust you. I get this strange feeling as though I've known you for a long time, and that makes me suspicious, Clara, pointing as it does to the fact that you control an otherworldly power of some kind. I do have inexplicable powers. I've always had them, but I've always thought of it as a blessing. It's good, not evil. Why, then, are you being called a thief? I do believe larcenous skills are the exclusive domain of the wicked. That's not quite fair, but evil is alien to me. I've always helped people, and always considered it a blessing. Indeed, you are a miracle worker. That makes you almost a saint. Yes, a status like that precludes accusations of murder and theft. But then explain to me the meaning of those coincidences. If not for my blind faith in my wife's words, I would have no doubt that you are an evil spirit, a spawn of the netherworld. And if you don't explain that mystery at once, I swear even Katerina's influence will not save you. Wait, I'll tell you. I have a twin sister. She looks exactly like me, is named the same, and wears the same clothes. I fear that she was the one who committed all those horrible crimes. All right, have it your way. I accept this explanation, and I believe you. Huh. So it looks like she doesn't actually have a sister, and the changeling is both girls? Thank you for believing me. So what are you capable of, Clara? Tell me more about your miraculous abilities. Or you know what? Because in the Haruspex route, people were saying that what she believes is true is what's true. So maybe the more she believes she has a sister and tells people she has a sister, the more this sister takes form and actually becomes a real person. So what are you capable of, Clara? Tell me more about your miraculous abilities. I can cure various diseases using my hands. I know that already. Anything else? I can induce a hypnotic state in people, provided they consent, of course. Then they will answer any question truthfully. I mean, to steal a line from What We Do in the Shadows, it's not really hypnotism if you can only make people do things they were already gonna do. I need time to make up my mind. Now go outside, walk around the house, and you'll get to my wife's side. Afterwards, come back to me. Okay, go talk to Katerina. But right now, she doesn't believe that she has a sister. Which is interesting.
Shh. Did you hear that?
The vision is becoming real. This doubtlessly is one of those two. Yet which one? I must be on my guard. Do you recognize me, Katerina? I recognized you at once.
You are a herald. You've been brought here by fate itself.
Come closer, Clara. Do you know that I, Katerina Saburova, am a clairvoyant? I can commune with the mysterious forces that permeate this land. Magic has no power over me. I can see into the future. Tell me, do you question my abilities? I have such abilities too. I'm not one to doubt the existence of supernatural powers. The visions, they're not all the same. Some of them are clear, some are hazy. But a recent one was straightforward and vivid. A vision of such power that even a materialist would not question its divine providence. I've had a vision of the chaos to come, of the doom of all of our creations, of the earth swallowing our town. I know, I've seen it too recently. There was a prophecy of twin angels. It spoke of a harbinger of death, the imminent disaster incarnate, who is to come to the town along with a holy healer who can perform miracles with her hands and deliver us all from evil. Now I understand who is standing before me. Tell me, are you yourself aware of your calling? I am, I said so at once. Yes, that is correct. All that remains is to interpret that dream. A dream is always an allegory. Before I saw you, before I heard you speak, I had been thinking of other pairs of twins. Simon and Georgi Kane, Andrew and Peter Stammerton. Even those visitors, the Harspecks and the Bachelor, had seemed to be the harbingers from my dream. But now I see where the truth lies. So you believe me? I am fully convinced that the prophecy was referring to you, but others will need better proof than that. Do as my husband said, and prove that you are who I think you are, and we will stand by you, the ruling couple and the holy harbinger. What does that mean? It means that if you stand before our people in all your glory, fulfill your destiny, and don't abandon us afterwards, we will adopt you as our daughter. When I die, I will pass on to you the power of the Spirit, and your heart's chosen one will inherit the power of the sword from my husband. You're too kind. Now go to Alexander. Be brave no matter what he asks you. You have nothing to be afraid of, for I see that you are the true harbinger. Such things can neither be changed nor hidden from me. Time has proven that I do not make mistakes. Fear nothing and return triumphant. Okay. So I guess Clara's mission is to, at least for the first part, is to be adopted by the Sabarovs, so she can become the next mistress.
That's okay, I'll make it. I'm made of wood.
Katerina has told me her dreams. It all fits. She believes I'm a messenger from above. All right, my wife is a clairvoyant, but I am not. I need something to make sure that you are exactly who you claim to be. I'm going to give you a few tasks. Let your actions prove that your hands have power over people's lives, and your words over their minds. I'm ready. I have nothing to worry about. I've received reports of a fight at the station this morning. Several men were killed, several more maimed. I have dispatched 2 loyal men there. They will tell you where the dead and wounded have been carried off, see if anything can be done. Cool, we're gonna go clean up Artemis' mistakes. If you are truly the prophesied messenger from above, you have nothing to fear. Nothing will harm you. The murderer has fled. The whole town is searching for them. Wherever they are now, that place is far from the station. Go and fear nothing. You don't think my sister's guilty of this crime too? I have no idea what kind of person your sister is and what her talents are, but it isn't likely. Even if your sister is as singular as a creature as yourself, that carried the wrong signature. It was the work of a true Ripper. And if the wounded man dies before I get to him? If not this time, then another time. Heal a man by nightfall for me, in the presence of a witness, or preferably witnesses. This will strengthen our position. I will then have legitimate grounds for protecting you against the Kane's wrath. Ooh, and then are we gonna go into the cathedral and heal everyone and unintentionally bring the plague in, like what happens with the Bachelor's route? That'd be neat. side of the river do I need to be on? The other side. Hey, Chief. I know it's a meme, but like, unironically, the Crowd Brave song fucking slaps. It's going good. We're starting the Changelings Route, which is the last route of the game. We're on the final stretch. We're gonna go test out Clara's magical healing abilities. Hey, I mean, there's a reason they become memes. They're catchy as shit. Let's see if I can go over here without the game crashing. It looks stable. Okay, seems like whatever was going on with it fixed itself. It was probably a problem with Artemis' route and not the game itself. Which is good. Means I can actually play the game. But this is super cool because we start off the Changelings route by going and fixing the Haruspex route from his day one, which is really cool. Like, we're just off the bat already getting ourselves involved with other people's story. Okay, are you guys gonna be chill? Nope. Not fucking with that. When I have no means to defend myself. Okay, so it should be over here, right? Hello. He looks like a high elf. What are you doing here, girl? I've come here on Alexander's orders, same as you, I guess. Yes, I'm a faithful man, a servant of the Sabarovs. There were two of us. We came to see about the dead and wounded, only to discover that the robbers were already running rampant around here. They attacked us and most likely killed my assistant. Oh, so I do need to go deal with those two. Okay. Warehouse dwellers by the looks of it. Grief's minions. They plundered the dead and finished off the wounded. They spared no one, although one dying man did manage to hide from them. In the fuss, no one noticed him crawl away towards the cemetery. He must have crossed the marsh. How am I suppose they're angry as hell. Is the dog-headed midget also in Alexander's service? He's not with me. A wounded homeless boy. At first I thought he was another survivor, but he's apparently just wandered in, so I'm thinking maybe he's one of the rogues lot. Oh, shit, did Artemis beat up the kid? Or is this before he meets up with Artemis? Why? Looks very suspicious. Unsteady eyes. Like he's done something nasty. The kind you can tell is a scoundrel at once. Murmurs something that cannot be understood. Threatens to kill somebody. See, he hasn't got the kind of head that honest folk have either. But he seems more afraid of the warehouse people than of me. Still, he wouldn't say a word to me. Is he seriously injured? Well, he's carved up a good bit. See how he's clutching his side? So who's been getting playful with a knife? Been a while since anybody got knifed around here. And the other one, the one that crawled away to the cemetery, there wasn't an unbloodied spot on him. This one here was pretty lucky. You could almost say unharmed. Unharmed? Far from it. I'll try and talk to him. So the other guy's the one that Artemy heals. So we can get the kiddo. I didn't see him, though. Where? Oh, there he is. I'm angry and hurt. Why so? Why? Because first I get chased away into the steppe by my soul and a half mates. Then I run into a ripper there to boot. Boy, was I begging him to let me go, but the bastard knew what I'd been picked on for. Then pulled out his knife, and here I am, carved up like so much filet. It hurts. Help me, will you? Shit, so Artemy did just, like, try to murder the child. Okay. He did it because he stole the shit, which I'm guessing Artemy got back. But we'll ask again. I suppose I had done what was a mighty rotten thing to do, and mucked it up like an idiot at that. So my former soul and a half mates, they threw me out, called me a traitor and all that, hunted me. But I'm a slick one. I saved myself. Thought I'd made it out. And what do you know? Along comes Leathersack. So what did you do to become hunted like that? Honestly, it was pretty bad. You see, there's those schmouter things, you know, powder schmouters. We had an outbreak a couple years ago. They called it the sand pest. It would burn up your blood. So these schmouters, they helped if you caught it. There's still some left, but they're hard to come by. And now there was this rumor about the pest being back and even a couple of folks. What's the word? Sick coming to it. What? And one of our lot had a schmouter, was saving it for his sister in case she caught the sand pest. Basically, I, stole it. What for? Yourself? Nah, not for myself. Our gang, the Soul and a Halves, is at war with another gang, the Doghead. Quite a fight this is. Last drop of blood and all. The Dogheads outnumber us, and they've set up their lair at the tower. And the tower is a dream tower of pure gold if you like. You wouldn't understand, so I thought I'd switch sides, with that schmouter as an admission fee. So you stole medicine from a friend who might need it to save his sister's life, and you did it so you could be a more desirable sellout, right? What does it matter? Everyone steals, everyone sells out, it's in our nature. Whoever isn't a thieving man is a thieving woman. The real nasty part is that when my scheme was out, the fool rushed me and tried to take his schmouter back, so I waited for the right moment and offed him. Jesus. Do you at least feel some remorse? Oh yes, I'm all remorse and penitence. Just do something. Stop the bleeding at least. Tie it with a hanky, would you? See how the bastard just sliced me into ribbons with that razor of his. Just let me get to him. I'll tie him up and give him twice the pain he gave me. Well, I'm gonna heal him because I need to heal someone. And Artemy goes and deals with him later, right? So, Oop! This never happened before. Could the miraculous power that enters the world through my hands bring death as well as life? How will I explain this to Alexander? I can't return to him unless I've saved someone. There must be another injured man somewhere. Oh, right, and so since... Free lockpick, nice. Since Artemy is gonna do, like, the worst possible choices when we're not controlling him, that means that the guy who went off to the graveyard will probably need to be saved as well. And this is our attack. We just go bap. Why are two of them stacked and one of them on their own? What's different? I wonder, can we only cure people who are good of heart, or maybe if we're conflicted about whether or not we want to heal someone, they die instead? Or if we can only heal people who are infected with the sand pest? Or if we can't kill, we can only not cure people who are infected with the sand pest? I don't know. But shit, boy, we got magic. Grace, where's the guy?
I've been forgotten here.
Has an injured man come to your lodge lately? How do you know? I know a lot. Are you forgetting who you're talking to? Yes, an injured workman did come crawling here. He was all but dead, so I went to find him a good spot. I'd almost settled on a grave by the far wall, when I thought of burying him in your pit. The one you spent the night in, I mean. When I returned, there was a visitor at the lodge. A robber? No. Leaning over the wounded worker was a scary man who'd inflicted all those wounds on him in the first place. I asked him not to kill the workman, but to heal him with living blood instead. And he, the scary one, said nothing for a long time. There was just the sound of his wheezy breath. But then he took the workman and dragged him off somewhere. To his den, he said. Scary man was Artemy. But you can't heal with blood, or can you? You have to have the blood of a man who is still alive and walks the earth. Infusing this blood into a wounded man's veins, if done right, will be beneficial. And that man knew. He is a ward of Wardenstock. He knows the lines of the body. He can heal people and is allowed to cut a body. He said his name was Artemy Barak, but I'm afraid he'll kill the wounded man instead of healing him. The workman was, after all, his enemy. He'd attacked Barak in the morning and injured him. Where's the den? I don't know, but I think it must be nearby. He was in a bad state himself, so he couldn't have walked too far with a limp body on his hands. Hiding at the works, perhaps, or at the runaway hospice. Yep, I'll find him. And we already know exactly where. Even if it hadn't given me a map marker, I would have known where to go. The beauty of playing things in order. But I'm gonna need a witness. And I don't think Alexander's gonna... I don't think Artemy being our witness is gonna fly with Saburov. Actually, let me check my... Oh, I can't check my bound. Never mind. Damn it, what'd you do with the body?
They're trying to catch a Shabnak deer. It's a local fairy tale, as far as I remember.
Aha! Are those your crimes that the entire town is now hunting me for? I mean, how blind does one have to be to mix us up? I'm in the same situation, persecuted for harm done to these people by, apparently, my sister. Fine sister you've got, more of a menace than any caravan. Few people could hope to cause such a commotion. Worst thing is, we're twins.
There's nothing to talk about now.
Grace, the caretaker at the cemetery, said you'd brought a wounded man here. I did, and what of it? Did you kill him? No. Have you healed him? As you can see, there's no wounded man here anymore. He vanished while I was away. And that's strange, since he couldn't walk on his own. He must have been kidnapped. By whom? What do you mean he vanished? I brought the wounded man here, examined him. He was beyond hope. Then I went to get my tools. When I came back, he was gone. That was 10 minutes ago. The trail of blood led back to the town. I saw blood on the embankment too, but that doesn't tell us a lot, so I've lost him. Where could he go? What were you intending? I don't really care what he was intending to do to him. Harvest his blood and organs, probably. Why didn't you follow him yourself? It's better for me to stay out of town. Every passerby rushes to tackle me and tie me up. I wonder what I did to deserve this Ripper fame. I'll go look for him on the embankment. He might have found shelter at one of the houses. Okay. So maybe Reuben's? Or Bad Grief's? If he was one of Grief's men, that might have done it. And Reuben is also kind of a healer. Pretty skybox. Dreamy puppy is over here thumping her tail around. Can't imagine he would have went to the Soul and a Half. So yeah, you think either Bad Grief or Reuben. Got any info for me?
Oh. Isidor's son has proven himself. Yeah, I sleep when I'm dead.
I love his voice. Ain't that a brave little tot? Look, she ain't afraid of me. Fancy that. This one isn't afraid of me either. Not that it counts for much since he's just too dumb to be afraid. I wonder if this is like... the sister's like an alternate personality and this is her thoughts.
Whoa.
Okay, looks like he doesn't have any information for me. And we can't get in there, so I guess actually searching the embankment is what I'm gonna have to do. Did he go crawling back to his buddy, I wonder? Because that way we can try to heal him with a witness. That'd be very convenient. So the blood trail went across the swamp, so it should be somewhere over here. And we're pretty damn close to where we started this whole goose chase. You haven't seen him again, have you? So, you can kill evildoers with a single touch. Truly a godly gift. I didn't mean to. I wanted to heal him. I felt sorry for him. Then it must have been the supreme judgment, with you as the judge. Yes, it makes sense. Had he deserved to live, you would have given him life, right? But the murderer deserved to die, so you dealt him death. Yes, it's much less like what the mistress foretold. I see you're well informed. I suppose you're religious, faithful man? Did you read the mystical and spiritual books? Don't touch me, please. I'm as full of sin as they come. What if that's enough for your touch to kill me? My master would surely be interested. But you are meaning to heal. You had better find someone else. That's what he sent you for. Okay, so how do I find? Lucky escape. Thanks for the advice, but he didn't come back here. Okay. Well, that's a bust. Escaped it again with a time, hiding somewhere nearby. The house by the river. But Rock said that there were bloodstains all over the embankment. Which house? One of these, maybe? Actually, yeah, because some of those warehouses I've been able to go in, but there hasn't been anything going on in there for the entire game. So that might be what they're for. Not sure if I'd call these houses, but whatever. Can't even get into them. Can I get into any of these, please? Hey, I can. Cool. Is this gonna be my hideout? Alright, well, he's not in here. Oh. It gave me a marker and everything, and I just am too fucking dense to use it. Nice. Oh, good thing there's not usually a whole lot going on day one. Looks like we can already start trading with kids. I don't know if we might need to wait a day or two for them to actually have schmouters. Probably not. Oh, yep, there he is, and there's Dankovsky too. Hi, Anna.
Could have been a famous singer. Why is he interrogating the Bound, that big city snake?
It would seem that I haven't lived in this house long enough for its walls to protect me. First that wretch bursts in and bleeds on my carpet, then a certain bachelor drops by, and here he is, already acting like he owns the place. This is your house. In a manner of speaking, to a degree that I feel used to be a good deal higher. God, why is the world filled with predators? Are you talking about the Bachelor? I'm finding him menacing too. He doesn't look cruel. You'd think that he's an actual monster from the steppe whose coming was announced today. The terrible doll made of human bones. No, I don't think so. The Shabnak always seeks to assume the shape of a woman. Yes, it's those exact bones that I feel in him. He's somehow not real, like an animated straw man. Don't you argue with him, though. He represents the law now, and the law is not on our side. The law? Yes, you and I are outlaws. The law is a grindstone, heavy as a bell, inexorable and persistent. You need a certain amount of power to stand up to it, but where do you get it? And so many of us here don't really have a choice. We are doomed to be victims. Why are you counting me among them? You know, I recognized you at once, I did. Aren't you being persecuted? Aren't you being called a thief? Haven't you had the words Shabnak, turnskin, man-eater thrown in your face? Haven't they looked for your bones under your skin, or dropped swevery juice into your eyes? They haven't. No. Hey, Dankovsky. This blood-covered tramp is not who I'm looking for. He's not complicit in Simon's death. At any rate, he's about to kick it no matter if I help him along or not. I'm done here. No, wait, a lot points to Simon having been murdered by a girl, and this dirt on our clothes. I suppose I ought to interrogate you. One wonders if you have an alibi. He's not dead yet, is he? No, but he will be soon. He's lost so much blood that only a miracle could revive him. I can work miracles. Curious. And how do you go about doing that? I lay my hands on someone in pain, and they are brought back to life. So not only are half the people here psychics, turns out the other half are faith healers. What kind of a town is this? What kind of a time? I've been transported to the Middle Ages. I presume you can demonstrate your art right here in front of me? I can. Watch. Alright, let's do it. Is it gonna work this time? Hey, it worked. See? Told you. How did you manage that? I've had this gift for as long as I can remember. Unbelievable. Many continue to disbelieve even after seeing it with their own eyes. Are you some kind of saint? I'm a miracle worker. Cool.
Paint is peeling off me.
So you can heal with your hands, for real? Yes. And you could cure any disease. I don't know. It's not I who heal. It's the power that chose me as its instrument. So now we can go back to Alexander? Yeah. We did a thing and we have witnesses. Oh, I bet we can heal townsfolk that are writhing around on the roads, too. She's too far away. She isn't, though. She is right where we need to be going. Hello. Ooh, another lockpick. I'll take that. And I actually have some food. I feel like I'm much shorter than the other characters, which makes sense.
No, I can't stand it much longer.
I fulfilled your request. I healed a man in the mansion to the south of yours. A menacing-looking scientist in a snakeskin cloak oversaw it. He calls himself the Bachelor. And that is excellent. A first-hand account from the visiting Bachelor will carry more weight with the Kanes than anything else. He will probably side with them, seeing as the dearly departed Simon meant so much to him. So now you have to trust in me. I trusted you even before that. Do not be offended by these tests. What I do not on my own behalf, but on behalf of the people entrusted to my care. I will most likely give you one more task. Just allow me to pause and compose my mind first. I'm considering what would be the best approach to the matter. Tell me when you're clear.
So the Kynes compel Bachelor to destroy the murderer. They must be joking.
Here is a new task for you. It's said that someone resembling you has murdered our town's father, Simon Kane. But now I'm sure that the Kanes are not telling the whole truth, and that the murder story was invented to conceal something grim that they know about or suspect. Well, I mean, don't we now know that... Oh, no. No, the plague killed Simon Kane, so it actually might have been the Changeling's sister, or the Changeling that killed Simon by bringing in the plague. But you are a ruler. Why do you speak of the Kanes as though they're more powerful than you? The Kanes are the family with which everything began here. Their radiant blood has preserved the memory of ancient magic since the time of the epics. They are the descendants of heroes who had fashioned the world out of their own flesh, who had created talking beasts and stretched chains of fire from sea to sea, and built sky-high towers in a single night. Why are you telling me all this? The town is now governed by the Sabra-Volgimsky Kane Triumvirate. I fear that, driven by their desire to avenge Simon, the Kanes could try to shift the balance of power. Their tyranny would usher in an era of madness. I don't want that to happen, but I need to be sure before I can confront the Kanes, and that is where you can help me. How? You will go to the Crucible. It's in the upper part of town, called the Stone Yard. Go to Georgi, charm him with your hypnotic powers, and find out what's behind Simon's death. It's a dangerous mission, but an important one. If you succeed, I will reward you generously, Clara. I'll give it a try. You do, however, need more than just to look into a person's eyes in order to make them speak the truth and answer your every question. You need their consent. Yes, that's right. I ask directly if they consent, and their mind approaches mine only if they say yes. Also, I must know the person's real name and a secret fact from their life. What for? That's how I unlock a soul. Well then, go to Katerina. She will tell you about Georgi. You are not indeed as simple as you seem. It's strange that you have revealed your secret to me. Have you not been tempted to use your skills on me? Why would I? You're helping me, so I have nothing to hide from you. And hopefully we can we use this bed to sleep for like 2 hours is all I need. Getting that reputation up nice and fast, which is a good change of pace.
What?
Alexander has tasked me with finding out the truth about Simon's death from Georgi. Makes me feel uneasy. But why would he give you so difficult a task, my child? He is well aware that the Kanes, blinded by fury, are looking for the mysterious man-eater who supposedly murdered Simon. In their anger, they are missing the obvious, but such is that family's way. Even our protection may be of no use. I am under protection of a power that will make any ruler's army beat a retreat. Perhaps, but Georgi will never speak to you, will he? Or do you wield such power over people as to be able to make him talk? No, I have no such power, but cunning will become the solution where power can't. If you help me, I can make him answer questions. And how will you find out the truth? How will you make him reveal it? I would call a person by their real name twice, and say the words, such and such, I know I know of you this. Will you agree to touch me? To brave the depths? To answer my questions candidly and without prejudice? If the answer's yes, then it's done. Why I know of this? It feels like a part of the phrase is omitted. It is. You really have to know a secret about the person, which it would stun them to hear. The secret must be true, of course. For example, you can say, Anna, oh Anna, I know of you this. You've kidnapped a child. What's that supposed to mean? Why did you say that? It's just an example. Do you know of any secrets concerning Georgi Kane, although she 100 did kidnap children? Yes, I will teach you. First of all, call him Judge. Do not call him Georgi at first. The Kanes are clever, and he may immediately become suspicious. If you want to stun him with a secret, try to say, you never loved Simon, and you're no twin of his. He'll be taken aback. Thank you. That's interesting. I mean, we know they're not twins, but... because they don't look alike, and Simon's clearly older, but... oh, no, Georgi and Simon are. It's the other one that's not. I mean... because technically he's like a reincarnated version of Simon, but not right now? I don't know. That's weird. But it is not of Georgi who you should be wary. I feel that the Kane's plot was conceived in a different mind. It all comes from Maria, who is about to challenge my position of a mistress. But do not even think of approaching her yet. She's very dangerous. Your formula will not work on someone who has a mistress's abilities. Alright, I'll follow your advice. I mean, I wasn't planning on fucking with Maria yet anyways, so... So I wonder, like, is Clara's lay on hands ability an instant kill in combat, or is it just effectively a knife that doesn't lose durability? Or does it do like absolutely dogshit damage? I feel like it's probably that last one. I can't picture her being given a gun by anyone, so there's probably no real reason to stockpile on ammunition. Rolly dog. Got plenty of lockpicks for now. Although I suppose I don't really... I've got bracelets, those are valuable. Excited to finally learn more about the Rat Prophet. It was revealed in the last route, because that was fucking weird. I wonder if the inside of the polyhedron looks different to us because we're a kid. Because Khan was pretty clear that, you know, the polyhedron only looks that way to Artemy and the Bachelor because they're adults. And Clara's only like 16.
Hopefully, Vlad will call Rippers.
You do look like a regular human being on the outside. I'd like to help, if my help is needed here, of course. I can work miracles. That's not uncommon around here. And do you know what a person greatly resembling you in appearance is wanted for murder, committed by supernatural means? So it must be my twin sister. I followed her into this town.
In growing old, we become more foolish and more wise.
I must say, if it were up to me, I'd have you executed without further ado. You owe your life to the Bachelor, in a way, for he told us that although there is little doubt left that you are a changeling spawned by the steppe, the shape you assumed when you visited upon him, was unexpectedly uncharacteristic of any demon he knows of. What are you talking about? You laid your hands on a mortally wounded man and brought him back to life, calling on the holy powers to bear witness. Your demeanor was, so they say, like that of a miracle worker, or even a saint of sorts. Is that so? I only bring goodness into the world, such is my nature. All the same, I don't believe you. Besides, you claim to have an evil twin, so which one of you is the real one and which is the changeling? I've done the honest thing and come before you so you can see for yourself. Why have you come to me, fearsome child, posing as a miracle worker? Oh, wanted to ask you about Simon? I want to tell you about something about your brother Simon. Is that so? Very well, I will lend you my ear, but no sooner than you have met Maria, my niece. Let her look at you with her own eyes and tell me who you are and how I should treat anything you tell me. Fine, where will I find her? Alright. Let's go do the one thing I didn't want to do and that people have been explicitly telling me not to do.
I think I'm having fever heat. He's very smart, this Bachelor. He'll find the murderer before nightfall.
Georgi advised me to seek your counsel, Maria, on whether I'm worthy of asking him questions. Why should I? He wants to know. I don't really want to tell her I've got supernatural abilities. I have no idea. I'm just trying to do as the proverbial Romans do. There is a Rome that one doesn't come and invited to in the first place. What did Georgi ask you about? He said you should have a look at me. How touching. Since when has this place become a hospital reception room? An elderly doctor's sending a patient for examination. Shall I write you a prescription? I guess there's no need. Just say the words, I'll let him know. I suppose I was too quick to laugh at you. Let me see. You seem as though you were two people. You are a walking lie, but you shouldn't be killed yet. Everything depends on how this day ends. I'll have them tell Uncle to talk to you. Let him answer your questions. Goodbye, Maria. Where's the door? There's the door. Alright, so looks like I'm gonna generally avoid fucking with the Canes because they want to murder me. And child murder seems pretty on brand for this family.
Few people know death. We only...
Maria wishes to say that. Maria has already said all that she wished to say. Don't be surprised. You wanted to ask me something, did you not? Feel free to ask. Judge, you had no love for Simon and were no brother to him. Will you agree, Well, this is the phrase that I said had to be said, so. Georgi, oh Georgi, I know of you this. You didn't like Simon, and you were no twin of his. Will you agree to touch me, to brave the depths, to answer my questions candidly and without prejudice? Ask away. Do you know who murdered Simon? No. Deep inside, you know he wasn't murdered by anyone, don't you? Yes. What's more, you're sure of it, right? No. Why have you ordered everyone to search for the murderer? If there is a murderer, they must have no chance to escape. Why are you afraid they'd escape? No human being could have killed Simon. He was killed by a creature of supernatural powers. Will you kill them at once if you catch them? No. I want to know what power it wields. And now answer my final questions. Will any of the Kanes benefit from this death? No. None of us would be able to advance and sustain the town in the way Simon did. And if his death was not a tragic accident, but the ruling of some remorseless law, it will mean that our family's entire cause has been condemned. The town will perish. That's enough. There's nothing more I wish to know. Okay. Now we can go report back to Alexander. While we're here, I think I want to break into a house to try to get some more food. Since we have loads of lockpicks. And plenty of time. Can I? Nope. Okay. Wasn't sure if that counted as him looking at me or not, because he was technically looking at his shoes, I guess, but I guess he's just got eyes on the top of his skull. That's guarded too. Oh, shit. Oop. Well, at least I got some food. That's what I came for. So now back to Sabarov's. And I've got, what, 3 lockpicks left, so that's plenty. So I think the player model might be scaled down a bit in Clara's route, because I feel shorter, and I'm also getting stuck on things a lot more. We're like the same height as children, which is a little strange. Feels weird. Alright, so we've gotten the daily quest done, which means we'll survive, and a side quest. And, like, it's cool that we'll actually be able to get straight answers from people with her hypnosis. Oh, wait. Missed my turn. Because unfortunately it doesn't work with the mistresses, but like, I bet we could probably use it on Aspity. Because she's weird. But she's not actually magical as far as I know. And she's certainly not a mistress. Getting some straight answers from her would be really good. Do I need to talk to Alexander or Katerina? I think Alexander. I have no money. I have so little money that the change you pick up on the ground is actually making a noticeable difference.
Neither the sun nor death can be looked at without winking.
I've talked to Georgi. He answered my questions. Have you heard the news about the plague already? The Bachelor has found the real murderer. An epidemic is spreading in the town. I feel the Canes will not be happy with this turn of events. Still, tell me one thing. Did Georgi know what his brother and patron died of? No. He's convinced that no natural cause could have possibly ended his brother's life. He's sure that there's a murderer, however indirect their methods may be. I see. Sounds typical of him. Here's what it all means. I'm going to talk to the Bachelor. Now that the murder has been found, no one will dare continue the search for the man-eater, for a while. But the Canes will not abandon their version so easily. And there's another danger, the mob. A danger to whom? To you, Clara, or more specifically to your sister. If the epidemic does begin, and I see nothing that could prevent that, the search for Simon's killer will very soon turn into a search for the one who caused the outbreak. If I remember correctly, you said that your sister is still somewhere in the town. I suppose she is. And if she is indeed your twin, are you impossible to tell apart? Yes, that's truly how it is. It is possible, it is not, that she was the one who brought... It is possible, is it not, that she was the one who brought the disease into our town. Would you like to look for her? I'll devote all my time to this. You mean all of your spare time. Do you not realize how precarious your position is still? You have been cleared in my eyes, but people, both the commoners and the bound, will require other evidence. What more evidence do they need, and how much of it? We shall see. Tonight, Katerina and I are going to talk about you. Tomorrow we shall state our will to you. And if everything turns out well, tomorrow you may already be helping me restore justice and mete out retribution. What destiny Katerina foresees for you, I cannot tell. In the meantime, rest. Take the small bedroom upstairs. See you tomorrow? I'm so glad it was you that gave me shelter. You'll see how it'll pay off in the future. Hey, nice. What time is it? 1 p.m. I've got storage. So I will sleep for like 2 hours to see if we got any letters or anything. Alright, I think we're gonna need more food. Can I look at who I still can't see who my bound are, which is interesting. What are you doing? Bruh. The fuck, my guy. Maybe I can go talk to Katerina also? I need to find something to do. Don't want to just burn half a day.
I'll let the good scholar examine the deadly powders.
Oh, okay, now we're getting her bound.
Put him to the test.
Now look here, since you're holding the threads of life in your wondrous hands, I'm going to entrust you with several people. They are all wicked people. Their souls are as black as soot. Each one of them is either an avowed evildoer or hiding a sinister secret. You must take care of them. Of course I will take care of them. After all, who's more in need of care than those rejected by everyone? They'll get their own chance to serve a good cause too, won't they? Trust me, I know. I can see into into the future. The sinners who I will now name will be of use to you in due time. In what way, I know not, but I know that they will be. The likelihood is fairly great, so make sure that they live, unless you should yourself see it more fit that they die. Is this agreed? Yes, I'll grant life to those who deserve to live, and I'll be the doom of those who must die. And now hear me. All that I have told you is between you and I alone. Don't say a word about anything. Most importantly, keep it from my husband. That's interesting. I thought you had no secrets from each other. He is not his own master. He is a ruler, a man of duty. 2 men are living inside of him. It will drive him insane to find out that I have changed you, without taking care of those whose duty dictates that he should suspect, indict, and execute. He trusts my premonitions too much. But what am I to do then? You can never misstep, for every action you take is governed by supreme justice. Decide as your nature tells you. Listen to your feelings. I can't promise you anything, but I'll be mindful of your request. May I look at them? Okay, Bad Grief, Stanislav Rubin, Aspity, Yulia, Anna Angel, Alexander and Katerina, Laura Ravel, and the foreman of the abattoir. Okay, wasn't expecting him to be abound. I guess that makes sense, because if there's... He's definitely an evildoer. A little surprised that neither of the Vlads are my bound, because they, you know, locked 100 people away to die in the termitary of the plague, which is a little bit evil. Okay, so I think I'll just use some lockpicks, stock up on some supplies. And that's how we'll spend the rest of day 1, unless I get a letter or something with something else to do. And I'll probably want to go over to where, like, Eva Yan's house are and the Canes, because that seems to, those houses seem to have the most resources in them by, like, a lot. Okay, he's looking right at me, which is an issue. Yeah, because these houses in the poor districts just don't have much of anything. And that's something I've noticed throughout the entire playthrough, so... There are kids to potentially trade with, though. Let me just... Oh, nope. Okay. Let's try that again. Because the main thing I'm gonna need is food, because I don't have any money. And I think it's gonna be a lot harder for Clara to get money, because I don't think she's gonna do so well in combat. That was a nice haul, though. I got a knife. Oop. And some food. And nuts. Yeah, I think we're gonna go over to, is that the Skinner's district? No, Skinner's district is in the northeast, whatever district that is, on the west side, and loot over there. So I don't think it really matters when. Like, might as well stock up on supplies now while we've got time and minimal threat of death. Get ourselves nice and set up for the rest of the run. Or at least the first few days of it. And I feel like the children have lockpicks in their inventory a lot more. Like, I don't know if that's just RNG. But like, every other girl that I've tried to trade with has had lockpicks. I think I will test out Clara's melee combat with just her hands. See if I can get away with just selling knives when we get them, because they're worth quite a bit. And I just need to, like, actually pay attention when I loot places and not get punched in the back of the head repeatedly. Alright, I'm gonna go... Actually, these houses, I think, are... I don't know, I feel like I've always gotten the best loot, like, right around here. Yeah, because these houses have food just laying around randomly. Now, look over here. And then let me be sneaky. Nope. Alright, we can get that on our way out at least. That'll be the last thing we grab. Because that is a hefty chunk of meat that I want. At least they don't care when I search empty containers. Hello, child. And that's all of floor 1 that we can get to, at least. Man, it's so weird because, like, for the most part, it feels pretty normal, but every once in a while, like when I'm talking to kids or something, you just really all of a sudden feel how short Clara is. Nice. Yeah, see, like, you don't find those, like, bandage packs in houses in other districts. Like, they're just not there. I feel like I'm crouching. She's so tiny. Alright, now let's grab the meat and then boogie out of here. Where was that? There was that. Oh. He doesn't care this time. Okay. And I'll go ahead and use the last lockpick, because why not? It's not like I currently have anything better to be doing. I'm not sure which of these houses was the one I looted first, so I'm gonna go over there. Don't wanna waste my last one on a house that I've already half looted. Have lots of stuff to barter with also. So we are very set for day one. I was just looking, I don't even want it. It's 2 gold, it's not worth getting punched over. Or 2... I don't actually know what currency is being used in this game. 2 units of monetary value. Ooh. Another big chunk of meat, like that. Go away. Okay, so maybe it's only the blonde boys that'll go after you? Yeah, you? I think that's everything to take from this house. I'll grab the crackers and then just leave. Because I don't think... Yeah, it doesn't have anything, so we'll just... Maybe? Yeah. Snag that and then run. And then I'll probably just sleep in hour intervals till the night. Or until we get a letter, if we get a letter. So there doesn't seem to be anything else to do. I have heard that Clara's route is not as... like, there's just not as much content because it was rushed in development. So this could be a common theme. But we'll see when we get to that. I mean, if there is significantly less content, that at least means we'll have plenty of time to prepare for things and actually get everything done, which will be nice. Nice. Extra lockpick we can use in future. I need to go in the general up direction. Because it's only 6 p.m. And I finished everything I need to do at like 1 p.m. As far as I'm aware, because there are usually 2 side quests. But I have no idea where I'd even pick up the first one. And also, it's a side quest. I don't care that much. When does Claire get a gun, though? I want to give the 16-year-old magical fairy child a gun. Play her like a World of Darkness character. That's not the right way. Guess she didn't want to talk, okay. Because I haven't gotten any letters, right? No. I've talked with my patrons. Like, I could go around talking with all my bound, but I don't really want to. They're all kind of shitty people. The fuck you running for? Did you just punch a lady? Yeah, why? Why does that happen? Why do sometimes people just start punching women randomly in this game? Is that just like a bugged AI, or? I would love to know what, like, if that's intentionally scripted. Or if for whatever reason they get flagged as hostile NPCs or something. Because it's so bizarre. Or if it's more just like they're trying to burn the Shabnakadir. Oh, that could actually be it. If they're just on a literal witch hunt for the Shabnakadir. Boop. And eat the egg. Still no letters or anything. So give it like another hour. Hey Lovia, it's been a while. How you doing? So let's test out the Changeling's combat prowess. Let's find a mugger and try to murder him. Because if I don't need knives, then that's a decent source of extra income. If I can just sell any weapons that I get. Oh wait, these are regular NPCs. I need to wait later, I guess. I'm good. I'm good. I'm really liking the Changeling's route so far. She's got some pretty neat abilities. It's exciting and it feels a little different.
The day is over. Your timely efforts allowed your supporters to remain unharmed. A new mime performance is being rehearsed at the theatre.
Yeah, I like that she can force people to give her straight answers. Like, that's really cool. I'm excited. I hope we get a chance to use that on Aspity. You are the only one who can do it. Sister of mine, who can trickle through a tiniest crack, crawl through a barely visible hole. It is almost as though you could seep through the pores in the human skin. It is as if you were not a human being, but a nectar-sweet moisture of volatile spirit. How is this even possible? People trust you, that's how. Have no fear. Go where you will, and nothing will touch you. Speak your mind and no one will reject you. Hear them out, and nothing will evade your attention. There is but one question I want to ask. What is it that you do to make people love me less and less, trust me less and less, even when I am asleep? Whatever you answer me, remember I love you more than anything and will never be angry with you. Here I am, take my hand. So, like, I keep being torn between whether or not Clara's sister is actually, like, a person, or if it's, like, a split personality or, like, a magical thing. Because sometimes it seems like it's definitely another physical person. Like, why would I write to myself? Or why would Clara write to herself? But at the other times it seems like it's hinting that it's really... Okay, so it definitely, like, it does... Seems like this does less damage than a knife. Because I'm pretty sure I can usually take these guys down in, like, 3 hits when they're fighting other people. But I mean... I'll probably be fine. You know, I might keep a knife just in case. Can always sell it if I really need to, but so far it doesn't seem necessary. So I'll just sleep till the next day, which will be the full 6 hours actually. The morning of the 2nd day has come. It all ends in less than 11 days. Day 2, in which the changeling discovers her just judge skills, simultaneously converting into the true faith. Okay.
Yes.
I spent the night in thought and recollection, trying to trace the logic of the supernatural retribution that has befallen our community. It has been revealed to my wife that there is a creature among us who is to blame for all that is happening. I have gone through a list of possible suspects. I have it here in front of me. Every one of these people could turn out to be the criminal, the one that brought this disaster down upon us. How did you pick those people? For years I've been keeping order in this town and looking out for possible criminals. I trust my clairvoyant wife's judgment. Even that trust, however, I would have thought unduly partial, but for seeing my hypothesis confirmed by her rival mistresses. The rival mistresses have acknowledged it already. Scarlet Nina mentioned it not long before her tragic demise. Victoria once said that if an abyss were to open up one day and swallow our town, it would happen this way. Why do you need to know this? So you used to check what Katerina said against your opinions. Are you afraid she may be mistaken? I only want one thing, and that is justice. This is a case where we can dispose with the evidence and trials. When the last dawn is rising above the world, it is time for arguments of a different nature. A trial resting on conscience, and a verdict resting on faith. Find the culprit for us. It is why you've come into this world, and into our house, the house of the Twin Towns rulers. But how am I supposed to do it now? To do it, Father? I can call you that now, right? First of all, you must gain the trust of the person I believe to be the criminal responsible for this. Anyone would find the task complicated and demanding, except for you, since all you have to do is predict the slightest movement of their soul. Do something for them, raise their spirits, astonish them. Surely you can. Yes, people like me, and even the most hardened criminals trust me. But mere trust is not enough to get a criminal to make such a terrible and damning confession. Yes, you will lull them with your words. Then make them answer your questions. Right, yeah, we can just force people to tell us the truth and answer our questions truthfully. That's fine. That is true. Sometimes the precision of your definition scares me, Father. I will trust you. All I want to know is who brought the deadly disease upon our homes and our heads. Even the basest of scoundrels will suffer nothing at my hands if they are not guilty of our present predicament. So who do I begin with? Ooh, Aspity! Yes, we get to use it on Aspity! Man, I'm excited. Children say she's an evil spirit. Simon didn't like her. That bitch has been called a walking plague even before this. I'm sure that a woman, a man-eater, and a spawn of the steppe, which is exactly what a Shabnak is a fitting description for her. How do I make her reveal herself after I've gained her trust? Who can tell me something about her that she'd be surprised to hear? Right, you don't know anybody here. The shortest way is via the Olgimskis. Ask Vlad the Younger, Olgimski's son. The Olgimskis must have old scores to settle with her. Besides, Vlad the Younger is knowledgeable about the legends and traditions of the steppe people. He will instruct you. I will do the thing. Alrighty. I assume that's the daily quest. Yeah. Let's get it started then. But Vlad the Younger, I was honestly expecting it to take much longer for us to be getting into Aspity's head. I'm very glad it isn't though. I'm so ready for her to just give us some straight answers and not lie or omit the truth. Because she's a very interesting character. I think she's honestly one of my favorites just because she's so different from everyone else in the town, and she so clearly has her own weird-ass motives. And the Skinner's district should be the only infected one. Because that seems to, I don't know about the rest, but that at least seems to be consistent throughout all the routes. Which is still very much manageable. Can I not get in over here? Fine, I'll go all the way around the fence. Oh wait, I don't... God damn it. I got too excited to go see Aspity. I forgot that we needed to go see Vlad the Younger first. I bet we can we raise our reputation by doing the lay on hands ability on the people who are like curled up on the ground? Because I hadn't actually been able to heal any of them because they need so much painkillers to be fully healed. So if Clara gets like a free reputation boost with that, that gives us so much wiggle room to do like evil shit and murder people for profit. Did our reputation go down overnight? I thought it was higher than that. Hey, Dippin' Dots. Alright.
I am crushed by these walls.
Hang on. Didn't you go down to the well? How did you get back up here so quickly? I've never been here before, and who's down there in the well? Why are you lying to me? No, your tricks aren't going to baffle me. I have, after all, read a lot about you. Creatures fashioned out of clay and bones. I know what's said about you in the Tale of Daughters, and in the the Bar Midges, Megs, too? I don't fucking know. Whoa, don't joke like that. I hereby solemnly declare that none of that refers to me.
What is the Silent House?
I'm beginning to like you. When I look at you, I get this strange feeling that you're the closest person I have in the world. It's like a spell. Hey, thanks for the follow. Could you tell me about Aspity then? You know who that is, right? How could I not? A most interesting person. So you've already met her already. That was quick. What do you need her for? I really don't want to tell this guy that I'm working for his father's enemy. We're friends now, she and I. I saw this coming. Just thinking about the consequences of your alliances sends shivers down my spine. So what now? I suppose your friend will tell you everything herself? Especially considering your talents. Or am I getting the wrong idea about the nuances of your cordial relationship? You hate her, don't you? She scares me, plain and simple. My father, on the other hand, truly hates her. The fact that she's still alive has made me reconsider how I feel about my father. It turns out he's much kinder than I thought. What makes you say that? She's the reason for all the kin's riots and unrest. No one has ever harmed our family more. Sometimes I feel she's an evil spirit. She has appeared suddenly after one of the riots. At the time, my father had brutally crushed the revolting butchers, and it was then that he'd appointed Oyan as their foreman. Is that so? Man, everything I learn about Vlad the Older just makes him exponentially fucking worse and worse. Yes, and ever since then, I've thought of her as a personification of the kin's defiance. I've even begun to confuse cause and consequence. Did she appear to avenge our cruelty, or are her provocations forcing my father's hand? It's become a vicious circle. So you believe she's an avenger, an embodiment of divine retribution. Retribution. Ugh. Isn't that too grand a role for her? No. I saw her just a little while ago. Can't forget her eyes. Languid, but also very keen and intent. Sardonic. And before that, she used to act as if I didn't exist. She preferred to curse my father, threatening to ruin him. It's all really, really strange. What's so strange about it? You know what just occurred to me? That she's already taken care of my father. What do you mean? Exactly that. Yes, there's a reason things have been going the way they have. And that horrible thing at the termitary. Yes, she has aimed a battering ram at him that will strike him down at any time now. And now she's shifted her attention to me. That's what's happening. Should I warn him? I don't like this, but he's angry at me. Oh shit, so is Aspity the reason that one of them dies? Do we get to stop that this time? It would do good to speak with him. That's where I can find a hook. Alright. So now we go chat with Vlad the Older to get the hook, which is cool. Gonna go deal with the fat bastard himself. I'm going the wrong way. Oh! Clara can't even use weapons. I have to sell them. Okay, shit. I didn't realize that. I wonder if she can't use guns either. Because she's stuck with that... the hand-wavy nonsense. The literal hand-wavy nonsense. I mean, I guess, like, the knife makes sense because, you know, really how dangerous is a 16-year-old fucking twig of a girl? How dangerous is that gonna be with a knife? But I mean, with a gun, she'd still be lethal. But she's also supposed to only do good. So she- oh wait, no, I need to go in this door. So she might just, like... Shit. Fighting might not really be an option with her then. I'm Clara, what is this place? Clara, this house is called The Lump, and I am Vlad Olgimsky. What, does my name ring no bells at all? Your manner's telling me that you're a person of influence, and your voice, that you're very unhappy.
Who will take Simon's place?
I can tell him he's fat and he's gonna die of heart failure. Oh my god. I've come to warn you, you're in danger. What? What the? Who sent you? Was it Yak Glak? Who? Aspity set up a trap. You don't have to. I just wanted to do good. Ah, I know. I know who you are. You're the Saburov foundling. Move along. What? A foundling? Aspity, I'd crush her with a single stare, if I ever deigned her worthy of my notice. Crush her. Go ahead and try. Ah, so it's money you want, you little informer. I can appreciate that, I really can. So take this for saving my life. I'll have a better look at her then. That's better, you'll appreciate me yet. I could just call him fat in like every dialogue option, oh my god. I mean, I'm definitely taking his money. Obesity often causes heart failure, Jesus. Clara's a savage, oh my god. This immediately became my favorite playthrough by far. Holy shit, that's amazing. Fucking clowning on my least favorite character. Alright. So I hope I didn't mess up that dialogue tree. Because I don't really have a hook on her. She's everything the spirit of the kin rejects. Value of the dangerous will be something in her favor. Yeah, I don't know. I did get a load of cash though, that was nice. Alright, let's see how this goes. Definitely quick saving beforehand.
Shabnakadir is tracing the streets like bacteria in a vein.
For a moment there, I thought I was suddenly in front of a mirror. You have the same bottomless eyes as me. That's because you and I are flesh of the same mother's flesh. Are you calling yourself my sister? I call myself Shaba Oton. Children of Bodo call me Saba Uspte, sure, which the locals here have already corrupted to Aspity. Ah, got it. What's your name? You can call me Harbinger. So you're not who I almost thought you were. My name's Clara, but you can call me the Harbinger. Clara, huh? Doesn't ring true. That name would better suit some holy martyr than a spawn of deities in growth and time. I'll pay no mind to your words. You're playing with me.
No. There's no escape from here.
You are insistent, pushy even. If you're disowning our kinship, then why the friendly look? I need to talk to you, to confide in you if you like. I don't trust you. Why bother to talk, We'd be better off together than each on our own. Quite the contrary. We'd be much better off on our own than together. Would you perhaps like me to do something for you? What could I do to warm you up to me? Listen here, nimble darling. If you really want to have a nice conversation with me, then bring me Barack. You know who that is? I see you do. I can't leave my house now, and he needs me badly. And why are you worried? That's none of your concern. I know it myself. You moron, it's not what you think. It's about his life and his duty. I'm worried. He's being hunted. If you find him, tell him I've got the key to his destiny. He ought to hurry. Time is of the essence. If he's in doubt, whisper one word to him. Inheritance. Fine, I'll do the whisper, but if I do find him, you owe me that conversation. Cool. I mean, Artemis should be easy enough to track down. He'll probably be in his hideout in the works, right? Doggos. Doggo is having some issues. What's up with that dog? Like, I see it running around in this area on like day 1 and 2. And never again. Is it significant or is it just something that happens? Yo, Aspity's looking for you.
Wash your hands of it.
Aspity claims she's holding the key to your destiny. Go and see her. Who's Aspity? Ah, so you don't know. She's a woman living on the Kip at the edge of Earth. Some people call the place a hospice. I don't know if I saw it with The Bachelor, but I know I saw it in the horror specs. Nevertheless, I believed her at once. I'll visit this woman of yours. Show me where she lives. I can't be bothered level find a way blockhead. Jesus. Clara has the best dialogue choices, hands down. She's just got that, like, edgy, angsty teenage vibe, and it's fantastic. It's the only house with a cellar in the quarter, which corners on the abattoir and runs adjacent to the cemetery. Yeah, we do actually need him to go see her at some point, so we'll not be obnoxious. Clara doesn't give a fuck. This is amazing. I was expecting her to be just like mysterious and magical all the time. I wasn't expecting the cynical teenager side of it. I mean, she's 16 and it makes sense and it fits amazingly. It's so much better than I was hoping. Alright, Bachelor's gonna come and see you. Now can we talk?
There's a hole under my heart.
I've told him he will come. He's been here already. What did you want to talk about? Ask quickly. Are you sleepy? Why are you lowering your eyes? No, I'm not. Speak. Oh. Aspity is honestly great. I think she said this was her real name, right? And we know that she is in love with Barack. Saba Otan, oh Saba Otan, I know of you this. You've fallen in love with this Barack. Will you agree to touch me, to brave the depths, to answer my questions candidly and without prejudice? What do you want to know? Did you cause the epidemic? I could be, but I haven't done anything recently. Though I did organize that riot which got the infected Isidore in a bit of a pickle. The Shabnakadir exists. Is it you? Which of us is the reason for everything? Which of us is a figurine with the clot of a living soul residing in her but for a while? Which of us is the true Shabnakadir? You'll see in the end. I'll be of service to you yet, Changeling. Spare me. Don't let your sister out. Don't let her take over. Why did you call me that? That is your great blessing. You're a thief now, having stolen the name and fate of another. Beware the law. You'll live through your persecution and emerge triumphant, maybe. I'll think it over. Game. Alright, everything's going the way it should. Each event is a sign. No incident is coincidence. Every messenger is an envoy of the higher powers. The role of a judge scares me more than death itself. But if I refuse, someone will pass the judgment in my place. The consequences would be terrifying. Alright. I mean, is that it? Do I go back to Sabarov's now? I guess I go back to Sabarov's. I don't know Don't have anything else I can do, I don't think. I'll take that. Yeah, I mean, now we've got resources, lockpicks, trading supplies, and money. We are in a damn good spot. So if I hadn't done that errand for Aspity, would she have lied to me? Like if I had called her by Aspity, because that's not her true name, would she have just like fed me some bullshit? Economy. I swear, this game does a lot of the time feel more like a resource management game than anything else. Alright. And I'm... where? There. Ah, damn. These stupid fences around Sabrov's place always throw me for a loop. Now, I've got a couple lockpicks, so I should save my trading supplies in case I find someone with a schmouder.
My strength will complement her.
I spoke with Aspity. I got inside her soul. I never doubted you would. What was in there? Asps, spite, and spit. What's your verdict then? Is she guilty? I don't think she is. Not good. So there's been no miracle. Are you angry, Father? On the other hand, I've suspected that it would be impossible to pinpoint the culprit at once. That tips the scale a little more against your twin sister. Beware, Clara. Your reputation has taken a serious blow. The rabble does not distinguish between the two of you. Ah, so that's how things turn out now. Well, had I known, my verdict would have certainly been different. Oof. I also don't want to really accuse her of shit because she's one of my bound. Like, I don't want to be sending people after her when I'm supposed to be saving her. Whatever happened to mercy for the penitent? Okay, nope. Does maybe Katerina have something for me? A task? But I mean, I don't think I failed the quest. I just took a reputation hit, which shouldn't be too hard to fix once things actually get rolling.
Trials. We need to hurry.
Now I shall speak to you of the higher cause of the unfolding disaster. Like roots, they are invisible to the eye. When one plucks a seed, one removes merely the consequence, not the underlying cause. You are the only one capable of a true victory, and that is why I'm going to tell you about the roots, so listen. These are our parties. The first thing, the original creation, was the earth, the ancient one, giving life to plants and animals. She begat the abattoir, she begat the kin. She gives and she takes. The dead go into her, Everything ends with her. She is the inception and the completion. Such is the law. We, the Sabarovs, act in the interests of the law, by which everyone must abide. Ours is a faith of humility, a wise faith. A town sprang up upon the earth. A town of men was built upon her. A town eternal, the giver of life, built by greed and creativity, by ingenuity and hard work. The abattoir found its continuation in the works and the railway. The hands of the Ogiemskis crafted an environment in which people could develop and reflect. Theirs is a faith of construction, a necessary faith. Finally, the minds of people desiring to overcome the limits set for human beings by their nature and condition engendered projects that were fantastic and audacious. That was how the party of creativity and invention emerged and flourished, the party of the Canes. Theirs is a faith of utopia, a belief in miracles, a belief in a non-existent place. A weird faith. Yeah, they are pretty weird. I foresee myself knowing why this punishment has befallen us. The town lived, grew, developed, and finally tried to break free of its own limitations. The earth that had borne it hit it on its head, which it had stuck out too far, much like a strict mother would do to her unthinking child. So this is the will of the earth. I believe that the earth wishes to return unto herself what has moved waywardly out of her reach. And before I explain to you the path that I am setting before you, I want you to know for certain whether I have my dear child on my side. Yes, Katerina, I believe that our faith is the true one. I mean, I'm not going to tell her any differently. You will speak to those bound to you about the truth of humility. You are to convince one of them, 2 of them, 3 of them of the true faith's wisdom. Should some of them prove stubborn, you will use the powers that were granted to you by Providence itself. What happens to them afterwards if I do convert them? The evil will not touch them. You will see it for yourself. They will become invulnerable to the scythe that will cut down the brazen, the blind, and the bellicose. Save them. Okay. You shall begin with Grace, the late cemetery caretaker's daughter. She is especially dear to me. With Grace? Doesn't she sympathize with you? With us? I want to be certain of that. Make friends with her. Try to make her like you and grow an affection for you eventually. You don't need much for this. And if you need to find out more about her, Laura Ravel is the person who will tell you all about Grace. She is as much of an angel of kindness as the poor daughter of the caretaker, and her father has recently died too. I trust you, Katerina. What you're saying is wise and true. All right. We get to go chat with best girl Lara. She's just a small bean. Like, even when I do stuff that lowers my reputation, it's not as big of a deal, because people don't just run out of their way to try to kill me. So, like, I think the main thing is that I can't trade, but that's not really a big deal, or trade with, like, shopkeepers, but it's not really a big deal because I have other ways of getting stuff.
My heartbeat is uneven. My heartbeat is uneven. I am sick at heart.
Laura, tell me about Grace. You know her, don't you? What makes you think so? You're both kind souls, almost blessed fools, just like me, I suppose. I sense people who are like that. Why would you put it like that? A kind soul is not the same as a kind person. You're crafty, after all. You seem to say perfectly good things, but they're actually quite backhanded. You've probably got something like that in store for Grace, too, haven't you? Sorry, I'm sorry. My words often come out crippled. I'm bad at expressing how I feel. I barely know Grace. We haven't spoken a lot. Do you want to make friends with her? Of course I do. If you want to make a good impression on Grace, bring her some flowers, bread, and milk for the dead. She'll be elated to do anything for you. That's simple. And what do I give Grace herself? She doesn't need anything. With people like Grace and me, it's the good done to one's neighbor that matters. I thought you understood that. I do. It's called selflessness. Cool. So, I think I'll go over here, try to loot some of that. Because, again, I don't think I can actually trade with shopkeepers. We just got a letter. Alexander is waiting. Daughter, for this is how we want to call you from now on. I am brought down by a heavy burden. Katerina is sick, and she won't be able to perform the tasks of a mistress without your help. Much labor awaits you. We will let you run free, but be prepared that every single day, either me or my wife will have an errand for you. Be at hand. Okay. We are already on it. So I assume that he won't sell to me. Yep, nope. That is a-okay. So I think I should have a flower. I've got flowers and I have milk, so all I need is bread. Now we're on the hunt for precious, precious wheat and wheat byproducts. Don't bap the door. Just go in the door. Thank you. She waves. Oh. I was wondering why they're all freaking out and running around, but that's because I have my hands out, and clearly someone walking around with their hands like this is just the scariest thing in the world. Is there a kitchen in here anywhere? Ah, here it is. Okay. I'm not confident I'll be able to loot this without getting spotted, so... Oh, I guess we can. Nice. You didn't see shit. And that looks like everything on this floor. Then this should be just a bedroom, right? Yeah. Oh no, there is an extra... Is there an extra kitchen up here? No. So I can loot, what is it, one more house normally, and then I'll save scum the last one to make sure I get bread. Bread! Nice! We got it! And we've got a lockpick left over. That didn't take very long at all. Where are the stairs? There are the stairs. Might as well check out the rest of this house just while we're here. This looks pretty well protected. Oh! Who saw me? What? You bullshit that he saw me. Whatever, we got what we needed. It's fine. Ow. Okay, and now we can go to Grace. He's got those fucking wall hacks on to see me. Can't trade with these guys, right? No. Because the one time I killed one, I got a schmouter from the corpse. Which, I don't know, is something to keep in mind, I guess. Okay, so now we can make friends with Grace. I like this. We're actually gonna, like, interact with all of our bound by going through these side quests. I like that a lot. That's something that I feel the other routes were missing and really could have benefited from. Just like, even if you had a single side quest dedicated to each of your bound, I feel like that would have done a lot to make you feel connected with them more. Okay, Grace, I've got some offerings for the dead.
Bachelor is smart, but he won't be able to unpick this. He comes from a very different life.
Do you hear the metal things clinking on my chest? Those aren't keys or lockpicks. They're a special kind of hook. Look what I've brought for you, Grace. Ah, flowers. So beautiful, too. Thank you. How did you know? Those are exactly the ones I wanted to offer Farcad. He likes the color red. Perhaps you're fond of them, too. I am, Grace, and I'm fond of you, too. And is there anything I could do for you? I'd be glad to, because just yesterday I was looking at you. I thought I'd like to give you a hook. Grace, do you really trust me just like that? Will you agree to talk to me? I don't think we really need to force her. I trust you as I trust myself. I'm all ears, dear sister. Are you afraid, Grace? Very much so. Why? Because there's no escaping it now, and it's been coming to us from the steppe, getting closer, step by step. The dead felt her coming. She pierced the earth with her sharp-boned stilts, which reached them underground. No one will be spared. Do you know why it happened? No, but I'm afraid it is punishment for our sins, for our faults and transgressions. Someone among us has angered the heavenly powers. It was bound to happen, with us being so brazen. So says Lady Katarina. Exactly. I'm glad that your faith is firm. I promise you that as long as you can muster the strength to accept the divine will, nothing will hurt you. Because we will protect her. I will protect Grace because she is small and precious.
Afraid I have little use.
I've spoken to Grace. And so? She believes and thinks the same way as we do. That is good. You have not, I hoped, confused or disappointed her. No, I've only made her true faith firmer. Hey, and reputation gain. Oh, and so in doing this, do we protect other people's bound from getting infected? Is that how that's working? That would be amazing. Okay, now what though? Tell me, why would they call me a saint? I am the harbinger, the judge. I am one of the twin angels, the angel of righteousness no less. For there is no place within me where evil may hide. I will look them in the eye, I will set my hooks deep into them and pull out whatever sickness I find. I will unveil the embodiment of pestilence. But who was it that bestowed upon me this right to judge? Who gave me the freedom to choose who lives and who dies? Tell me. So is her main mission gonna change every day too?
My strength will come.
Alright. So I guess I'll go back into the west area and loot one more house. See if I get any letters or any leads for another side quest. And I mean, might as well get some spare stuff. Like, I know there's gonna be a difficulty spike, but it feels much easier, like a much easier start than either of the two routes beforehand. But that could just be because of how fucking miserable and annoying the end of Artemis' route was with the trials. Oh my god, the trials. And so I'm guessing that every day my reputation will go down because of what my sister's doing. But I'll also be able to raise it with that side quest. Side quests are gonna be fun. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if we get a side quest every day to just like randomly protect someone else's bound, that's incredible. Might actually get everyone saved. So I'm pretty sure I haven't been in here yet. Wait, is that multi-use? What the hell? Hey, thanks. What? Luck for subscribing to my YouTube channel? I'm not sure why that gave me a notification on the stream for that. Hold up. What? Okay. That was interesting. This may have been a really bad house to loot. So there's like nothing in here. Ooh, never mind. Gloves, hell yeah. Gloves and drugs, the two cornerstones of economy. Or maybe since she's a thief, does she have like a chance to not use up lockpicks? So I think that would make sense, right? Oh, you know what? This is the Hunchback's house, isn't it? That's why I didn't use up a lockpick getting in here and why there's no one around. Yeah, this is totally the Hunchback's house. Okay. But that didn't use it either? Okay, but this is a regular house, so I guess, yeah. Clara just has a chance to not use up lockpicks? That's neat. It's very neat. That or I've broken the game. That's entirely possible. You know what? I just realized something. The 2 times I've been able to trade with kids to get Schmouter, they've been the models of the kids that are the powers that be. Don't know if that's just RNG, it happens to have given me them, or if that's actually like a thing. Or maybe she just always has a lockpick? Like she's guaranteed to have one, maybe? No, because I used them all up before, I think. Well, I'm not gonna push my luck. I'm gonna go sleep. See if I get a letter about any side quests. Yeah, I've got plenty of shit for now. I want to save trading items in case I run into someone with Schmouter. Just from day one, try to stock up and get as much as I possibly can. What are you doing? You're not supposed to be over here. Your pathing just took you in a weird spot, it looks like. That's alright. Hi, puppy. Just sleep in hour intervals, see if I get a letter. Hey, there we go. Do you know what Laura has in mind? She wants to do a good deed, so she makes a shelter for the living, where people who want none of your miracles may hide. Furtively, out of control, she collects the money she then spends on provisions. She is an angel, they say, and no one, not a single person, would call her a thief. Could it be that she won't welcome you in her shelter? Would she refuse the sharing the burden of righteousness with you? The time has come to knock on her door. Okay, let's go chat with Laura. And that is why we sleep in hour intervals to pass time. Because in the past, I didn't do that and I missed out on side quests. I feel like the town seems healthier than it usually does on the second day. It might just be because we haven't had any reason to go in the Skinner's district. But I don't know. It feels just like not as fucked. As quickly, at least.
Dogs are howling. Why?
So you've come because you found out what we were setting up a shelter. Do you want to take part? It's strictly private though, and I've never seen you before. Why? I do want to take part. Do I have to donate some money? No, you can't. The harpist wouldn't let me. I have a rule. No one is refused hospitality at this house. If they're an honest and honorable person, but the harpist says we can't abide by this rule in a time of epidemic, or else our undertaking will be pointless. Why? My house is too small, and also, you know, it used to be my father's. We found a suitable abandoned house and even started fitting it for a long siege, but strangely enough, we've recently discovered that the infection has found its way inside. Someone must have brought it with the food supplies, but we have no idea who and from where. And I think I do very much have an idea. I'm not prepared to put you in charge of supplies for the House of the Living, but there is a way you can help. The harpist has gone off to take a look at an empty house, and hasn't come back yet. If he's still there, tell him to come back here as soon as possible. I can't keep up without him. Just that. Your trust seems easy to earn. Not as easy as all that. If you do a good deed seeking no gain, it will at least be clear that you are not the Shabnakadir. A demon cannot do good. Then I'll be able to rely on you instead of the Bachelor, who I dislike. I feel that he'll do with that money as he sees fit. We're less than human as far as he's concerned. Won't it make him cross with me? It's up to you. Either you want to become a keeper of the House of the Living, or you don't. I can't spend the money anyways without the harpist's approval. Alright, I'll find this harpist of yours. Let's go. Interesting that she says she doesn't like The Bachelor, because when I was playing The Bachelor, I felt like, you know, after I did her errand of running the supplies for her, she liked me quite a bit. And I mean, she trusted me enough to admit what was going on in that side quest during the Bachelor's Route with her, Anna, and Yulia, where Laura was trying to murder Alexander Block. Which, by the way, that was a really cool side quest. Like, honestly, I think it might be the favorite I've played so far. Okay, so it looks like this is the house. Is there another door? Do I need to pick the lock? Oh, is this why it wasn't letting me use up all of my lockpicks? Because I needed one for this? Hey. What unearthly apparition is this? Hush phone. I'm a harbinger. And why would you wander into a gloomy place like this one? You can see people have got nothing to do here. And yet you're stuck here for some reason. Have you been here long? I'm doing a civic duty here. My name is the Harpist, and I furnish the House of the Living. For now, I'm just watching. Look what happens when living matter comes into contact with the infectious miasma. I know very well what happens. Let's go. Lara's worried about you. Hello?
Going outside should be prohibited. Special courier should be assigned.
What are you doing here? You've just been at Anna's place. Or are there several of you? Go to hell, you and your jokes. Oop. Wait, so did the deed is done. I'm suspicious of the Harpist, but I cannot say whether he is guilty or not. I'll let him go for now, but I'll visit him again in a few days. In the meantime, I can return to Lara. Okay. Provided the Bachelor doesn't freak out and murder him first.
what?
So the harpist is back. Yes, and that house, I take it, is really infected. The infection won't stay there for long. Have patience. Here, this is for your help. Take it. I won't need it anymore. So much. Thank you. 2 grand. Damn. Okay. And there's usually only 2 side quests per day, so that's probably everything. An easy peasy day 2. I like that a lot. Alright, I think we're good to just sleep till tomorrow, and then I'll end the stream.
The day is over. Your timely efforts allowed your supporters to remain unharmed. A new mime performance is being rehearsed at the theater.
Are you a saint or a thief, since they call you both names? Whether or not you're a saint is not for you to judge, but can you at least remember what it is that you stole? Why do they try to chase you, to hunt you down, as if you were the world's worst offender? Sister of mine, don't you cry. Don't give in to despair. As powerful as your enemies are, your protectors wield greater power. A villain should be judged. A saint should perform miracles. If you cannot spare time for these everyday commitments, rest assured I will take care of your affairs for you. I am going to visit the Skinner's district today. Do you recognize my hand yet? Cool. Alright. So that's gonna do it for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.